You guys, welcome to number 11 of the Derby career mode, and in this episode we don't have any webcam, but because we are going to be doing daily December, I thought I'd just get ahead of myself and hopefully get a few of these videos done so that we can actually upload daily this month. And yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy yesterday's video. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you do that now. Just looking at how many games we've got left, we've probably only got 2, maybe even 3 episodes left of this season, and then we got a choice. Do we actually do another season with this team in Europe, of course, because we're probably going to finish in at least the top 7. We haven't been in the best of form recently. We have picked up quite a few losses, so we're kind of close to that top 6, leaving the top 4, of course, but at the same time we're still like, what, 6, 7, 8 points clear. We still do have a couple of injuries, Troy Deeney and Akechi Anya, and it's kind of funny because our next game is going to be against Watford, and obviously both of those players used to play for Watford. We're going to have to drop Deeney, of course. I think we'll start with Vidra. I really wish that on deadline day it did work properly, because I've seen a lot of other people's career modes and they can actually sign the players within the hour, which I thought was the actual thing that would work, but apparently on this save for some reason didn't work, and we had to just bring in Emre Moore as a bit of a panic buy in a way, because I didn't really want him, but he's still a decent player. So looking at the Watford lineup then, they've got Penny Aranda and Igalo up front, Kapue, Pereira, Barami, Juanfran, Kabul, Kabalassi, Prodl, Holabas and Pantamilion in goal. Obviously a pretty good team, to be honest. Watford would be a really interesting career mode because it would be a team you could very easily get into the Premier League, and as you can see there, Matthew Vidra against his former club. I realised when I started doing that celebration, I was like, why am I shushing him? He used to play for him. But then again, like, he did do really well. Like, he scored 25 goals in one season or something like that. Then they didn't play him. They just dropped him completely. Didn't give him a chance in the Prem, and I think that's a bit of an insult in my opinion. We go into the 89th minute of the match here. Emre Moore chips the ball inside for Joshua King, who makes it 2-0 in the game. Not much really did happen. I think in this episode we're mainly going to be just showing the goals, as I don't want to make this video too long, and it's just a refresher really, because we really haven't been consistent with this series. I really wish I did upload at least 3 a week, and hopefully with this daily December we can actually do that. So yeah, we do get the win in the end against Watford, obviously pushing us on to 45 points. I think to get into like the top 4, I'm trying to think it's in the 70s, so we're only 20-ish points away, and we're still in February, so that's good to see. So into a bit of training then, we do get a bit of growth to Rawson, who we did actually put into the first team in the last episode. So now that he is starting to grow and obviously get that first team football, he is pushing up the ratings a little bit faster. So going into the next game against Portsmouth in the League Cup, I think we've got this round. We've got this round in this episode against Portsmouth. I wasn't too sure if we had an FA Cup game as well, but nevertheless, we're going to go into the lineup with this team. We have got, of course, a bit of a left-back issue at the moment with Noah Kachianya, our backup left-back. We've had to put Ben Mee there and put Shackle into centre-back. So looking at that Portsmouth team, really don't know too many of them. Portsmouth would be quite an interesting team as well to do a career mode with, because obviously they used to be massive. They won the FA Cup, and then they kind of crashed. But we do get the goal there with Andreas Freimann against Portsmouth, obviously in the first half of the game. Good way to kick it off, and I think that was Ben Mee on the left-back position. Pushed up quite a bit. It'd be interesting to see if he can like get a bit of form in left-back, because Ben Mee's actually, like, we spent like 5 or 6 million on him, and we really haven't played him too much apart from a couple of cup games, and whenever there's been a lack of fitness or injury to a player in the defence. So we go into the 37th minute, literally 2 minutes later, and they put it into the back of the net just like that. I'm not too sure who actually did score that goal, but yeah, he just put it in very easily and made it 1-1 to Portsmouth. Then we go into the 69th minute of the match here. Obviously ball into the near post, really good overhead kick from Deeney, but I think he was offside in the end. A little bit of a shame, because it would have been quite a nice fanatic goal. And then in the 90th minute, get another shot off there with Deeney. Keeper makes a good save, and it does go out for a corner. And that's how the game did end. There wasn't much in the game. I'll show you in a second the match stats. 6 shots for us, and the 1 shot on target Portsmouth had, they scored it. It's almost like it's Ultimate Team. Obviously they're quite a bit of possession, but that's kind of my play style. I like to let them hold the ball, because if they push out more, there's going to be a lot more space behind them, and we should be able to capitalise on that. So obviously we're going to have to go to a replay, which is a little bit annoying in a way, because we're going to have to play a few more games, but at the same time it's good to get the second team a bit of fitness and a bit of growth, of course. So next game is against West Ham. I think we won't be using the strongest of teams, because I kind of want to get through to the next round, so we may make a couple of changes. I think Deeney is back from injury. Yeah, he is. So we're going to put him into the lineup straight away against West Ham, and we'll see how he does against a pretty good team, especially at this London, is it London Olympic Stadium, something like that. Really good looking on FIFA 17 this year, and obviously Dimitri Payet, the one and only West Ham player in that team. And yeah, we go into the game, first 10 minutes. Kouyaté, a player that I definitely would be interested in signing. He is such a beast, and he's so cheap as well. I did do another career mode the other week. I signed him for like 6 million, which is incredible for such a well-rounded central midfielder. Brings the ball forward, scores goals, and he's so versatile as well. He can play in many positions. As you can see there, I think it is Dimitri Payet does get the goal there. Or is it Andre Ayew? I think it's Andre Ayew, actually, who makes it 2-0. So not the best of starts against West Ham, but we do go into the 32nd round of the match here. Will Hughes with a very good shot, and it was actually a foul in the box there from Aaron Cresswell. Gives us the penalty, good opportunity to get back into the game. I think we do give it to Troy Deeney. Will he put it away? That is the question. He goes to the left, and he does find the back of the net, get us into back into the game, obviously 2-1. Quite a dangerous scoreline, because if we score the next game, we've got the momentum and we can get back into it. If West Ham score the next goal, it's going to make it a lot harder for us again. But still plenty of time left in the game. We're only a third into it and we're already 3 goals in. We do go into the second half here, we do. Ball into the back post, and it is an own goal there. Weimann with the cross. I thought it was Ince with the volley into the back of the net, but if you do have a look at this replay here, it is actually Aaron Cresswell, the player who did give away the penalty in the first half to get us back into the game, and he did put it in his own net there. As you can see, it's not the best of angles, but yeah, Cresswell put it in, which is kind of funny, because I'm not, like, what were you really doing? Like, if you left it, there's nobody behind you, so a little bit crazy. But as you can see here, we do get a penalty in the 90th minute of the match. He's taken out there, Mr. Cuenca, and we do get the penalty. Unfortunately, I did take Troy Deeney off, who did score the earlier penalty, so we're going to have to see if we can convert this. I'm not too sure who we do have on the pitch. I think we've got Cuenca, Weimann, Ince. No, Ince isn't the best, so I did actually give it to Weimann in the end. Was kind of down the middle. Keeper makes a pretty good save, goes off the post, and there you go, full time. Really annoying. I'm kind of frustrated that we didn't get that goal late on, but at the same time, we really didn't do too well against West Ham. So away from home, maybe a point was about fair. 4 shots for us, 3 for them, and essentially 50-50 on the possession. So still a point, I'm happy with that. We're staying in the top 4. We're still 8 points clear, I think, of 5th position. So into the next game then against Portsmouth. Hopefully we can go through to the next round, because it'd be really awkward going out to a League 2, maybe even League 1. Maybe they got promoted, I'm not too sure. But yeah, ball over the top here in the first 15 minutes. Joshua King on the end of it with a left-footed volley into the top right-hand corner. A really good way to kick off the game against Portsmouth. But then again, we kicked off the game in the last game, in the first game, obviously, and they replied very quickly. And as you can see here, it did take them a little bit longer, but they did get the goal there with, I think it's Matt Smith. I'm not too sure. It might not be Matt Smith, the number 9 striker for them. Then we put the ball onto the edge of the box here. Pickford with a really good save to keep it out of the top right-hand corner of the goal. Then a ball into the box. Pickford again to make the save and to keep us in the game very close there. As you can see in the top left, 10 shots for Portsmouth, only 5 for us, but our 5 are a lot better. And as you can see, it does pay off here with the nice goal from Emre Moore. I don't know, I feel like he does some good stuff, but at the same time, like, I don't want him, because he's kind of a predictable signing on career mode. There's not many people who sign him, because he is such a low-rated player. He does kind of slot into this team quite well, and we do actually go through to the next round of the FA Cup. I don't know where did I get that this was the League Cup. It was the FA Cup. Completely forgot that I think we were knocked out in the League Cup, to be frankly honest, against, I want to say Crystal Palace, but it might have been someone like, that's the thing, I haven't done this career in so long, I've completely forgot what happened in the League Cup. If you do know, make sure you leave it down below in the comments. But we're going to go into the final game against Southampton, who've done, like, it's incredible the machine that Southampton have. They sell their best players, they got rid of their manager as well last year, they're still doing perfectly fine. We do go into the game here. Thomas Ince getting close there into the top left-hand corner. Not quite got the angle. Pickford with a pretty decent save there in the 77th minute here. Frankie De Santo holding up the ball. Hits the post. Hits way over from Classy there. Nearly getting back into the game. Not back into the game. Getting back into the lead for Southampton. They hit the post again with Frankie De Santo. And it goes into the back of the net with Sofiane Boufal in the final minute of the game. We literally just kick off. And it blows for full time. And yeah, it's annoying when that happens. Like, We didn't do too well, to be fair. At home, we only had 3 shots. They had a lot of possession and more shots than us, which is quite rare, to be fair, on this career mode. We tend to do better than the other team, but that time Southampton were the better team, so in the end, not the best of ways to end off this episode. We do go through to the next round of the FA Cup. We'll have to see who we have got. I believe it is Chelsea, but we'll have a look in a moment when we do have a look at the calendar. As you can see, that quarter-final against Chelsea. Going to be very interesting to see if Chelsea pick a weaker team. I'd really like to do the FA Cup this year, but at the same time, if we do get knocked out, then we can always concentrate and make sure we do finish in the top 4. So make sure you do leave a comment down below on whether you do want a 3rd season. I might make a vote for you guys to vote on whether you do want a 3rd season or you want us to move on to another team. I feel like I wanted to do a 3rd season, but because of such of a big gap and the lack of fluency throughout this career mode, I feel like maybe doing a new one and being consistent with that, maybe that would be better. I'm not too sure. I'll leave the vote down below in the description anyway. Make sure you do check that out. And yeah, leave a like if you did enjoy. Make sure you do smash the like button and see you soon. Bye.